Welcome to WTF Performance. I'm Joel.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we're on our way to go get my project car out of my mother's garage. We bought a house about 6 months ago, and it's been winter all this time. My garage has been a nightmare. I haven't worked on my car in probably 8 months.
Yeah.
So that needs to change. I've been collecting a lot of parts for it over the winter, and now that the garage is finally set up, we're on a mission from God to go get it today.
Yep, mini road trip.
Little road trip where I should have rented a U-Haul to get all 4 wheels off the ground, but right now the car doesn't have a drive shaft installed, so you can pull it without damaging anything. The only real problem is the tires on it are junk, like junk. And the suspension is all freshly put back together, and I just eyeballed the rear toe, which is super hard to adjust. So it definitely is not aligned properly in the back. And so what I thought was like, oh man, the car's really heavy, but I think it's actually the suspension fighting the alignment, like the friction on the ground, making it super hard to pull. So it felt really heavy. I towed it there with the RV, but now I got the little Burro here, and we're gonna hope it's able to do the job.
Yeah.
We're gonna use our little car dolly, and I got a little hand winch to crank it up, the front wheels up onto it, and then we're gonna tow it with the rear 2 wheels on the ground. And normally it's like 2.5 hours down the highway to get from us to my mom's, but in an effort to slow down a little bit, we're gonna try a new route. You can take one road all the way from here to there pretty much. So we're gonna take the scenic route. It's not that much longer, it's an extra like half hour, but I think it should slow us down a little bit so we're not cruising at 70 the whole time. Because honestly, I don't know if the little truck can handle it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Wish us luck.
Southwest 9th Avenue.
So with a little help, we managed to get the car out of the garage. Enter the 1980 Corvette. I can't believe how bad I left the alignment. This thing doesn't roll at all. But I'm just gonna wrap up getting this thing loaded up so we can get back on the road and get it home. home with a hood.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I prefer to not have to go get another hood.
Poor thing.
Alright, so I always forget how much of a headache it is loading a car on a tow dolly, especially one that doesn't run, but we got the car loaded, got it strapped down. I actually pulled the car around the block just to check it out, and you know, for a, how old is your truck? It's a 95, and it's got 200,000 miles on it, and it's a 5-speed manual. Who knows if it's the original clutch, but I was like, I don't know about that, but it pulled it pretty good so far, you know, halfway around the block. So 3 hours to go. And also I thought I got everything out of my mom's garage last time, but there's a lot of stuff in and around the Corvette, so got all that loaded too.
Turn left on South Bend Street.
So far so good. Brakes, brakes, brakes.
In 4.5 miles.
Taking the back roads?
So Route 34 goes almost from exactly my mom's house to my house, and I tried to take the back roads on the way here, and it's insane how hard it is to follow one route because it just like gets split so many times through all these little towns. So halfway here I was like, are we on 34 anymore? And it's like, nope. So I'm trying to make this thing say stay on 34.
All good to go?
Good to go. Take the back road.
Back roads!
Power!
Turn right on Millhurst Road.
We lost a T-top. Oh, poor Joel had to go find it. He's got it. Good. Oh, it's so windy out.
Oh god. It is so windy.
I know.
So I was thinking, literally in the last 5 minutes, I know I latched the left T-top, but the right one I didn't check. And sure enough, because it's been in storage for so long, I must have unlatched it to open the T-top and reach in
And
and
didn't
just
relatch it.
dropped it because I'm like, why would I relatch it? It ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
Luckily, by some miracle,
it didn't break.
it got scuffed for sure,
Yeah.
but not beyond repair.
That's good.
But if I had to find one T-top, that would have been a nightmare.
Oh yeah, 40-year-old T-top.
Oh, like People just want $1,000 for a T-top. It's like, fuck, I bought the whole car for $1,000. People are stupid. It's hard to get individual parts like that.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God.
So hopefully that's.
I watched it. I watched it go. I kind of thought like, oh, I'll see it lift a little bit if it's not latched. No, it went boop.
Oh my gosh.
And then was soaring in the air. All right, hope that's all that drama.
All right. Let's make it home. Home. Yay!
We started at 9 this morning and it is
6 o'clock.
We got a pizza.
Yes.
We're gonna eat and then probably wrap this up tomorrow. Well, it's in the garage. It was a bit of a production
A little bit.
to get it in here.
Yeah.
So the driveway's kind of got a little bit of a hill on it. So just wanted to do it as safely and easily as possible. So use the truck to pull it up halfway to get past the hard part, and then the lawnmower actually did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it
besides
did.
spinning the tires.
Yeah.
I did a little
You had to push a bit, but
some little
yeah.
burnout marks.
but yeah, it was.
But yeah, it went pretty well, and it's in here, and it's great to see it in here. It's actually super roomy in here, even with it in here, which was not the case in our last garage.
Yeah.
It was tight with that car. I actually never even had the front end on it in the other garage because
No, you didn't.
it like
couldn't walk.
adds 2 or 3 feet, and then you couldn't walk in front or behind it. So I actually had the front end hanging from the ceiling almost the whole time it was in there.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I had more Corvette in the ceiling than on the floor. So
Yeah, this garage is a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Because
again, when we saw this house, I saw the garage and was like, that'll do. I'll take it.
yeah,
The driveway sucks. Garage is great.
it does suck, but
But let me talk you through this thing. So a quick recap on our journey from storage to home. It was 3 hours. I pretty much kept it under 65 the whole time. And, I was worried about the rear tires, but after I saw them again, they had enough juice left in them that I wasn't worried about them, despite having a terrible alignment in the back. The front alignment was terrible, and I was thinking about it. I did the same thing to get the car from our house to my mom's house, and when I did that, I must have left the inners and outer tie rods loose. So when I got there, the alignment had changed and pigeon-toed like crazy bad. So that's why it was so hard to push from the trailer to the garage. But it wasn't that hard to push it from my garage to the trailer because the alignment was actually okay then. And then getting from the garage back on the trailer when we went to get it yesterday, I noticed how badly it was pigeon-toed. And then not until this morning when we went to unload it did I realize that it had even pigeon-toed more on the trailer, and it was like crazy. So I just did a little quickie eyeball, straighten out the wheel so it would roll a little nicer once we got it in the garage. And the only thing I lost was one bolt on one of those tie rods. I'm not the first, I'm sure I'm not the first, but I lost a T-top, and I managed to recover it, luckily with minimal damage, which is amazing. It's got like the trim on the other side is scuffed, and it's got like 1 or 2 scuffs on the fiberglass, but overall, it's still here. It's still in one piece, and that would have been so annoying if I had to hunt down one T-top. I think people buy whole cars to get one T-top. If you watched the episodes of me slamming this thing together, then you'll know that this is a 5.3, probably out of a Suburban or something. I have no idea if it runs or not, but it's in here, and the plan is to slap some Holly on it and then slap a big old turbo on it. I have a cam and I have injectors for it, but I hear don't mess with the cam until it's run. So I think we're going to get this thing mocked up and then get it running, maybe even driving, and then I'll do the turbo system. But we'll just have to see how it goes from here. I'm still missing a lot of stuff. The chassis is like done. It looks amazing. The only thing the chassis is missing is brake lines and fuel lines. The body still needs a ton of work, and that's pretty much where I'm gonna pick up. I'm probably gonna just take the whole body off again and do some rust repair. You'll notice a lot of ratchet straps holding the body to the frame, and that is because I wasn't done. I didn't want to permanently attach the body to the frame because I wanted to take it off again, so some ratchet straps just to keep it in one piece. Alright, inside the car you'll see there's no interior. The only piece of the interior that I did get was the door cards that are like mint, and I got like the gauges and the trim, but I don't have a dashboard, I don't have seats, I don't have carpet. So I'm gonna try to cobble it together a little bit, and it's gonna be pretty race car because I don't think I'm gonna have a real dashboard. But I did get the manual pedals. This was originally a manual car, but I don't know if this body was the original body. So it came with an automatic pedal setup, and I found the guy that I bought it from, he had the stick shift pedals. So my buddy had a CD009 from a Nissan 350Z, and he was gonna go in a different direction. I know that he went and found the best one for a really good price, so I paid him for it. He has since tried to buy it back from me, to which I did not let him. He's SOL, because I can't wait to drive a 6-speed, even with the 5.3 with no turbo. This thing is gonna drive good with this transmission. That's my theory, because this is like closer gear ratios in a 350Z because it has a V6 with not as much torque. So I think this engine, with all the torque that it makes and the power that it makes, with a short ratio transmission, and then the manual trans came with a certain gear ratio in the back. I don't know how it's all gonna jive, but that's the only unknown. Is that rear gear the right ratio for this transmission? I have no idea, but I plan on finding out. So I know a turbo 5.3 isn't the most original build, and a V8 and a Corvette with a turbo also isn't the most original build, but I just wanted a fast car. I chose this chassis because when I was 15, honestly when I was like 10, my dad bought a C3 in '81, and to me it was like the Batmobile. It was black with a bright red interior, and his had a 383, so it was pretty fast. It was the fastest thing on earth to me when I was 10. But he sold it when I was in high school, and ever since I always wanted another one. I wanted it to be mine. So this is me building my interpretation of that car from when I was a kid. So I do want it black, I do want the red interior, what little there will be. But I want mine to be a 6-speed manual instead of a 3-speed auto, and I wanted a big honking turbo, so I got a big honking turbo. But if you're interested, follow along, subscribe, like the video, do what you do, and stay tuned for more of this Corvette, because this is it. I got this, and I got that old Goldwing, and if I'm in the garage, I'm going to be working on one of the two. So I collected a ton of parts, and I have a lot to do on this thing that I can do, and I'm going to start ordering what I'm missing, and hopefully, I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe a month, maybe 2, to get this thing driving, and we'll see. I'm pumped. Subscribe for more videos, New videos every week. I like V8s.